Hi, my name is Yin Gao and welcome to Dr. Gao's classroom. I'm a professional philosopher and I love classical Chinese poetry. Today is the Lunar New Year day, so let me wish all of you a happy and prosperous Tiger year. 虎年大吉，恭喜发财. So according to the Chinese zodiac, 2022 is the year of water tiger. It is supposed to be a year of good fortune. Water in Chinese astrology is the sign for wealth, and tiger is a sign for strength. So I hope the year of water tiger will bring us with prosperity and health. Today, I'm going to continue my story about how Chinese people celebrate the Lunar New Year and show you one poem by a Shang Dynasty scholar official Wang Anshi and another poem by a Yuan Dynasty scholar official Kong Shangren, celebrating the Lunar New Year. In my next video, I'm going to go back to my series on poetry and politics. Then it will be the time for the Lantern Festival or Shangren Jie or Yuan Xiao Jie. So I'm going to talk about other activities people do during the Lantern Festival, such as the lantern dance performance and guessing riddles pasted on the lanterns, etc. I'm also going to translate another well-known poem recounting romantic stories happened during the Lantern Festival. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and medical literature. If you like the contents of these videos, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects, so if you would like to read those classical poetries and medical literatures and philosophy, please contact me. I listed my email address down below. Now, let's go back to what people do during the Lunar New Year. The fourth day of the Lunar New Year is the day to welcome back the kitchen god to your house. So people will go to the market and buy a new picture of the kitchen god and paste it on the kitchen wall. The fourth day is also the day people invite the gods of wealth to their house or to their shop. So they will buy a picture of the gods from the market. However, you're not supposed to say buy or 买 the pictures. You have to say invite or 请 the kitchen god to your home, or 请灶神, or invite the god of wealth, 请财神, to show your respect. To welcome the kitchen god to their homes, people often make offerings of meat, fruit, and incense around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The story of the god of wealth is a bit complicated. I have to say, we Chinese people love money very much. So much so that we have 5 gods of wealth, as shown in this picture. The one you often find in Chinese restaurants is just one of them. These gods oversee wealth from all 4 directions and the middle. They are called the 5 gods of wealth of 5 paths, or 五路财神. 4 of the 5 gods are historical figures, and one of them is a mythical one. The one on the east is Bi Gan, who was a sage minister of the Shang Dynasty. He was a competent official who implemented beneficial policy and brought prosperity to his people. So people have lots of respect to him and worshipped him as a god of wealth. The one to the south is Cai Rong, who was a king during the 5 Dynasty period. After the collapse of the Tang Dynasty in 907, the empire fell into chaos, and many warlords set up their own kingdoms. At one time, there was 10 kingdoms, and each of them claimed that they were the true successor of the Tang Dynasty. Cai Rong was a wise king after he united the most part of China and became the king of the later Zhou Dynasty or Houzhou in 954, he set out to nurture the people who had suffered so much of the war and hardship. Like Bigan, he implemented policies that brought prosperity to his people and was loved very much by them, hence worshipped as a god of wealth. The one guarding the wealth from the west is Guan Yu, a war hero from the Three Kingdom period. This is the god you often find in a Chinese restaurant. He is known for being loyal and fair, which fits perfectly well for a restaurant because you would like to have loyal patrons and treating them fairly. The god to the north is Zhao Gongming, the mythical one. He is one of the Taoist gods, first recorded in a book in the title of The Record of Gods or Shou Shen Ji. He is in charge of guarding against the demons of disease so that they do not harm humans. It was not until the Yuan dynasty or Yuan Chao when he was worshipped as the god of wealth. In the Yuan dynasty novel, The Romance of Gods or Feng Shen Yan Yi, he was put in charge of all wealth and heaven. In this picture, you can see he is riding on a tiger, and his right hand is holding a golden whip to beat up all the virulent demons, and his left hand holds a pile of gold ingots for his worshippers. The last god of wealth is Wang, who was supposed to be the seventh king of the kingdom of Shang or Shangguo during the Xia dynasty. He encouraged trading with other kingdoms, so his kingdom became very strong and eventually took over the Xia dynasty and established the Shang dynasty or Shangchao. To commemorate him, the emperors of the Shang dynasty made him the god of trading and was worshipped as the god of commerce or Shangye ever since then. It was also the reason why the Chinese characters for merchants are Shangren, the persons from the Shang kingdom. So if you're running a business, especially an international business, you might want to have a status of Wang Hai in your shop to ensure success in your business. There are also many other versions of gods of wealth worshipped in the different regions of China. So if you know any other gods of wealth worshipped in your region, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. If you're from other Asian country, you can also leave me a comment about the god of wealth worshipped in your country. The ceremony to welcome gods of wealth is more elaborate than the one for kitchen god, especially for business people because they depend on the gods of wealth to protect their business. They often make 3 sets of offering. The first table displays a variety of fruits, the second table with different kinds of meat, the third table with different kinds of wine. So that's enough about the gods of wealth. Now let's look at the 2 poems celebrating the New Year Day. The first poem is composed by Wang Anshi on the New Year Day of 1069. We know quite a bit about Wang Anshi because of his famous economical and political reform carried out from 1069 to 1085, which caused earthquakes throughout the scholar official class. The reason we know the specific date when this poem was composed is that it was the year when Wang Anshi was appointed as the prime minister to lead the reform, and he was very excited about the coming years to implement his new policies, which he firmly believed were going to make the empire prosperous and strong. Here is the poem. 爆竹声中一岁除，春风送暖入屠苏。千门万户曈曈日，总把新桃换旧符。Now, let me read the poem line by line. 爆 means explode, 竹 means bamboo, 声 means sound, zhong means among, yi means one, shui means year, and chu means over. So 爆竹 refers to the firecracker. Before the Chinese invented gunpowder, they used to throw bamboo tubes into fire to make cracking noise to scare away evil spirit. This is why the firecracker is still called 爆竹 in Chinese. Literally means exploding bamboo. So the next line, 春风送暖入屠苏. 春 means spring, 风 means wind, 送 means bring, 暖 means warmth, 入 means drink, 屠苏 means a kind of wine, so we translate it as 屠苏 wine. So let me explain. So 送 normally means send off, but here it means the spring sent the warmth to us as if a friend sent us a gift. My colleague and I translate it as bring. 入 literally means enter, but here it is an abbreviation of 入口 or entering the mouth. So we translate it as drink. 屠苏 is a kind of wine mixed with medicinal herbs. It was supposedly invented by a Tang Dynasty physician Sun Shimiao to enhance a person's strength against disease. So you can still find its recipe online. So when you put these two lines together, it reads, the sound of bamboo firecrackers sees out the old year. The spring winds bring warmth as we drink 屠苏 wine. So the next line reads, 千门万户曈曈日. So 千 means thousand, 门 means door, 万 means 10,000, 户 means household, 曈曈 means bright, and 日 means sun. So let me explain 千门万户. So 千门万户 means 1,000 doors and 10,000 household, which probably does not make sense mathematically. It probably make more sense to say 万门千户, meaning 10,000 doors in 1,000 households, because each household could potentially have 10 doors. However, this is poetry. 千门万户 sounds so much better than 万门千户. And the poet just want to say there's a lot of doors and a lot of households. So we simply translate the phrase as thousands of households doors. Let's look at the next line. 总把新桃换旧符. 总 means always. 把 means take something. 新 means new. 桃 normally used with 符 as 桃符, referring the peachwood charm. Here the poet just break them up to avoid the repetition. So 桃 means 桃符 and 符 also means 桃符. So 新桃 here means the new peachwood charm, and 换 means replace, and 旧 means old, and 符 again is the peachwood. So 桃符 was initially peachwood tablets carved with guardian gods hanging on the doors or gates to prevent evil spirit entering one's home. So peachwood has been used to carve ornament to ward off evil spirits as early as the Han Dynasty during the 3rd century BC. For example, a Taoist priest often used a sword carved from peachwood to drive away evil spirits. So the peachwood charm hanging on by the door and gate were gradually replaced by characters written on red papers, which become the couplets we call the 春联 today. So in this poem, 桃符 could be either the peachwood charm carved with the guardian gods or the couplets written on red paper. So when you put the two lines together, it reads, the sun shines brightly on thousands household doors. Time to put up the new peachwood charm and take down the old. Now, let's look at the second poem. This poem is composed by a Yuan Dynasty scholar official Kong Shangren. Kong is well known for his plays, rather than his poetry. However, I like this poem a lot because it describes the happiness a family enjoyed together from the New Year Eve to the New Year Day. Now, let me read it. 萧疏白发不盈颠，守岁围炉尽费眠。剪烛吹干宵夜酒，倾囊分辨买春钱。听骚爆竹同心在，看唤桃符老杏偏。鼓角梅花添一步，五更欢笑拜新年。Let me read the poem line by line. 萧疏白发不盈颠。萧 means desolate. 疏 means thin. 白 means white. 发 means hair. So 白发 means gray hair. 不 means not. 盈 means fill up. 颠 means the top of the head. 守岁围炉尽费眠。守 means gather. 岁 means year. 围 means surround. 炉 means hearth. 尽 means even. 费 means stop. 眠 means sleep. So let me explain a few terms why we translate that way. 围炉 describes a picture of a family sitting around the hearth. So we translate the phrase as gather around the kitchen. 静 actually means even, but here it indicates that this is not a normal behavior to not sleep. We did not translate the word because not sleeping in the night is not that uncommon today, but in the Imperial China, it was. It was very uncommon that not to sleep because there's nothing to do. 废 normally means waste, but here it means stop something as in 废除合同 or stop a contract. So in our translation, my colleague and I simply translate it with the word for sleep as not sleeping. So when you put these two lines together, it reads, my thinning gray hair could not cover the top of my head. We gathered around the kitchen not sleeping. So the next line, 剪烛吹干宵夜酒. 剪 means cut. 烛 means candle. 吹 means urge on. 干 means drink up, like 干杯, drink up. 宵夜 means night snack. 酒 means wine. So 宵夜 often means nighttime snacks, but here it just referred to the wine for late night. So we just translate it as midnight wine. 倾囊分辨买春钱. 倾 means turn out. 囊 means pocket. 分 means distribute. 变 means to everyone. So when you say 分辨, it means distributed to everyone. 买 means buy. 春 means spring. 钱 means money. 买春钱. In modern Chinese, it is not a good phrase. It means money to buy escort service. But in classical Chinese, it refers to money to buy wine or other fun activity, especially for outings during the springtime. Here, it is simply used to refer the red envelope money. The poet is not giving money to his children for escort service. No. When we put these two lines together, it means we trim the wick and urge each other on to drink up midnight wine. We turn out our pockets to give the kids red envelopes. So the next line reads, 听骚爆竹同心在. 听 means listen. 烧 means burn. 爆 means explode. 竹 means bamboo. So it's the exploding bamboo again. Means firecracker. 同 means child. 心 means heart. 在 means present. So 同心 literally means a heart of a child. But here it refers to the childlike excitement. 看唤桃符老杏偏. 看 means look. 换 means replace. 桃符 means peachwood charm. 老 means old. 性 means excitement. 偏 particular. So 老性偏 here is used as a contrast to 同心在, indicating even though he is old, he is just as excited as the children. So when you put these two lines together, it reads, with childlike joy, we listen to the bamboo firecrackers. We are full of excitement at replacing the peachwood charms. The next line reads, 鼓角梅花添一步. 鼓 means drum, 角 means horn. 梅花 means cherry blossom. But here 梅花 is a song called 梅花烙, often played during the New Year time. So 添 means add, 一 means one, 步 means a piece. So the next line, 五更欢笑拜新年. 五更 is a term to refer the wee hours. The Chinese divide the night into 5 periods, starting from 7 p.m. So 五更 is the 5th period between 3 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we just translate the phrase as wee hour. It shows that people start wishing each other Happy New Year as soon as the New Year starts in the wee hours. So 欢笑 means laugh and chat. 拜 means bow. 新 means new. 年 means year. So 拜新年 simply means wishing each other Happy New Year. So when you put these two lines together, it reads, someone starts to beat the drum and play loud music. In the wee hours, we laugh and chat, wishing each other a Happy New Year. So these two poems listed many activities people normally do during the Lunar New Year. I'm going to read more poems celebrating the Lantern Festival on the day of the Lantern Festival. For my next video, I'm going back to my series of poetry and politics, which I started before the New Year. There seems quite a bit of interest from you on this topic. So my next video, I'm going to talk about what the test poem is like, what are the requirements for test poems, and what are the suitable subjects for test poems, etc. So if you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and medical literature. If you like the contents of my videos, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. So if you would like to read the original classics, please contact me. I listed my email down below. Otherwise, thanks for viewing my video. Tomorrow, it will be the first day of the Tiger Year. So let me wish you a prosperous Happy New Year and make a lot of money in the Tiger Year. 祝大家虎年大吉，恭喜发财！